Hello, everybody. This is Momo's Rants again. I'm here for another episode. I thank everybody who's about to come in and those who haven't came in. So the NFL, so the NFL is about to do a new rule. Um, eh, I don't know. Hey, what's up, Oscar Momo? What's up? NFL about to possibly do a new rule about them going over. Hey, they miss a face mask call. It's not called by the referee. I guess they try and do where they can go a face mask, a hip tackle, pass interference, roughing the quarterback. They want to go back and say, "Hey, we missed that call. Let's look at the replay and see was that really a face mask or was that roughing the passer?" What's up, Jeff Lee? That's hey, Vinny. To me, that's bananas. That's oranges, bananas, and tomatoes thrown at somebody. Don't we got enough delay in games? Are y'all not happy with the rules? Of course, the referee miss a pass interference here, a roughing the passer, which it should not be roughing the passer because you got to slow down. Okay, now we got a hip toss tackle, or a personal foul, or a face mask. So we gonna go back and do what? We gonna review penalty, go back and read penalties that wasn't called on the field. Where is it gonna stop? It's holding on Irby down. They literally holding on Irby down on the offense. Are we going to go back and say, hey, that was holding? Don't be specific of what you can call. And that's what they're doing. I hope you will. Yeah, Jimbo, I'm good. So they gonna vote in the off season towards the season over to have go back and look at referees missed a call. Oh, a hip tackle. Well, John Schmidt, and it's a rule you can't do the hip tackle no more. So we go back and do that and say, hey, let's review that. That was a hip tackle. That was roughing the passer. We're gonna do all because all this is it predicated on the offense of the side of the ball. It's not gonna be on the defense side of the ball. This review reviewing plays and the referee missed a roughing the passer, a hip toss, or face mask, or a pass interference. It's not about the offense. It's about the offense, not about the defense. If y'all going nitpick, no, they should never review pass interference. They went down that route a couple years ago. It didn't work out because they tried to throw flags down. They did that and it didn't work out. Nobody was throwing a red flag on it. But the success rate was horrible. So we cannot go and if they gonna do that, you got to do it on the offense, on the defense side of the ball. The holding, the pushing, the screen, illegal screens by wide receivers and running backs and tight ends. That's a slippery slope. You are literally going down a path with no end in sight. If you're going to do that on the offense side of the ball, you got to do it on the defense side of the ball. There's holding on every down. There's pushing off on every down. Literally, there's hand illegal contact on every down. Are we at the NFL want to slow the game up that much and just give the offense more of a ability? Why do they need to review roughing the passer? The roughing the passer rule is going to be predicated on the offense for the most point, because the whole point of roughing the passer is, hey, if you take one more step, you only allow one step. So is this predicated on the offense? Momo, exactly. You can't call a penalty on every play. Make the call right. What? So we go and delay a game to give the offense more ability to play them down over again. Get them a first down in crucial situation. We need to stop this. Just let the referee ref. If they get it wrong, they get it wrong. Human error has to be in play here. Yeah, you don't get this, Vinny. It's wrong to nitpick on every little thing to get the offense a better chance to score. Offense getting a better chance to keep a drive alive. It has nothing to do with the defense. The defense is going to be at fault, and this is going to hurt football long term. Short term, maybe not. Logan, what's up? Happy about your hire now. You got 2 OCs. I think great idea. The rest had to be press conference too. Would take away from the offense. Take what from the offense? They got her. Vinny, do you realize the offense get more breaks than any offense get more breaks? What are you talking about? The offense get more breaks. You can't hit a quarterback high or low. You only get one step to sack a quarterback. You can't put your body weight on top of a quarterback. There's when you throw the ball, it's if you hand moving and you push it, it's out. Pass it. Oh my God. I'm stuttering and mumbling because I can't believe you saying this. Morning, everyone, and happy Friday too. What's up, Marcus? I just can't believe this, what I'm hearing. NFL strikes again, and they probably gonna pass this stupid ass thing about if the referees don't make a call for roughing the passer, face mask, hip toss, pass interference. You got to go. If you're going to do that, thank you, Jimbo. Let me read Jimbo. The offense in football already gets every advantage. The rules are in play to score points. You see, life is crazy. Trey, fellas, I'm turning into Momo and enjoying it. So Philly D, you agree with me? They are actually planning to do. Hey, we go. The referee didn't make that call. We go. That was a hip toss when he tackled him. That was a hip tackle. We got review that. What? Hit that like button, everybody who came in here. I appreciate it. I don't. What you don't agree with, Vinny? You cannot. The offense gets everything. They gave the offense every advantage you can do in an offensive game on side of the ball. The defense has no advantage. So what do you want to do? So what are we gonna do next? When they get crossed and fall into the red zone, it's automatic. You're gonna get them points automatically in the red zone. Hey, you just made it into the red zone. His 4 points. Every team gets 4 points when they get into the red zone. That's what we're gonna do. Stop it, Vinny. I don't understand roughing. Do you understand roughing the passer? What it is? What these? You know what roughing the passer is, right? You know what they do with this roughing the passer bullshit. Hey, if you going running at full speed, they want you to slow your speed down and take one step and not touch the quarterback. Not only that, they want you, if you sack a quarterback, you can't put your body weight on them because that's a penalty. Not only that, when you get penalty for roughing the quarterback or putting you those type of penalties, they fine you later in the week. They fine these players for roughing. Roughing the quarterback is you taking away the aggressiveness of the football or the defense side of the ball. We get if they go past that, I don't know how long I can watch football. I really don't. The defense get everything they want. I mean, the offense get everything they want. Defensive receiver, this, that, this. Come on. You got to look at the bigger picture. This is crazy. This is crazy. What? Vinny, are you understanding what roughing the passer is? There is, if I'm running real full speed, you expect me to slow down at my full speed? Tell me, is that possible? Tell me that a player going faster or local going to the quarterback and now he has to slow down. You take the grip. What? This is y'all cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. I'm telling y'all, I don't know what y'all thinking. Football, the offense gets all the advantage. Then y'all gonna go back and look at passing. Hip tosses and face masks and roughing the passer and hip. What? But y'all not gonna go back and look at someone's holding a defensive player. Oh, they're gonna do that too. They're gonna go back. Hey, was he taunting? You can't make fun, joke, and talk shit on the football field no more. You can't go there and get in somebody's face and say, "Hey, we beat y'all. You suck." You gotta go there. Like football is about intimidation. What? They call roughing for hitting the head of the quarterback. That shouldn't have been called. Momo Vinny is saying that you should not be called. It's not fair for the defense. Okay. Taunting is part of game. They taking that away because they want to control the players. Let's put robots out there. Let's put a bunch of robots out there and be done with it. Go back to the Jetsons when they had robots in that Jetson cartoon at one point. That's what we should do. That's what we should do. Because you taking the human element and the speed out of a defensive player because roughing the passer is not so for me. And then when they came out the rule, I knew the NFL was going down a bad rabbit hole when they said, no offense, I don't say it. What I'm about to say, I didn't make it. I don't care about the word. I don't hate the word. But some players grew up in bad neighborhoods, impoverished neighborhoods, and as they say that as a African American player say that as endearment. They'll say the word nigger. Do you know nigger is a penalty and a fine? If you will they don't call it. When it first came out, they was calling it. But it's in the rule book. If you say the N-word on the field, the referee can throw a penalty on you. It's a 15-yard penalty, and a fine laid on. You tell me that's when I know they lost their damn mind. And when that rule, when they made that a legit rule, I heard from all kinds of folks say that, hey, NFL is a business, it's a company. So you at your job, you can't say the N word on your job. So NFL is right to call, make that a rule. What? If I taunt somebody or they talk to you, hey man, you suck. I beat you. I burned your ass. You a scrub. That's a flag? Get the hell out of here, NFL. I I'm trying, NFL. I'm trying. Yeah, but y'all pushing the needle. Y'all want these. I mean, you talking about soft. This is so soft. I don't believe it's so soft. Y'all ain't trying to get none of these players get a hard on. Y'all doing soft porn right now instead of hardcore porn. That's what the NFL doing. It's soft porn versus hard porn, and the soft porn is winning. That's my analogy for tonight. Y'all putting these dumbass rules in for the offense. Mm-mm-mm. Boy, y'all better than. Oh my God, I couldn't do it. I ain't nothing but water. I ain't drinking but water. Just water, man. No, like that. Hey, Marcus. Somehow on my Facebook, your name popped up on my Facebook. I don't know how that was possible. It popped up and said add you as a friend. People you might know. I said, what? Y'all hit that like button. It looks like I got 12 people in here. So y'all hit that like button. But I'm just saying the NFL is turning into Mr. Salty. Our device is always listening. Our device is always listening. What do you mean by that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the your phones and your iPads. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you're right. You said no to that request, CZ. Yeah, you're right. Oh hell, he said, oh no. He a Knicks fan. That's why you didn't do that. Oh my God, that's kidding. Oh, NBA definitely soft. You got a soft commissioner. Hit that like button, everybody. So Vinny thinks it's a good idea. Oh, that dumbass rule. Yo, that's what's up, Momo. Um, Vinny thinks it's a great idea. They have or go back or the referees don't make a call and go back and say, hey, that was this, that was that. All these rules is about the offense. If you want to make me happy, make some rules about the defense. If y'all gonna do that, you gotta do that for offensive holding. Because we all know it's holding on every down. If y'all gonna do that, y'all gotta say, hey, these screens that these illegal screens that the offense does, or the wide receiver pushing off to get leverage or get space to be open. Excuse me. Yeah, Sean Payton is thrown away under the bus for his dumb play calling. Yep, Sean. I'll be quite frank with you. Sean Payton strikes me as a bully. He strikes me as a person. He doesn't care, Momo. If you could go back in time and watching football game in person, which one it would be? That's a good question. I will watch the Immaculate Reception, and I would like to have a camera watching did Franco Harris really catch that ball. The technology they have today, I would like to have the camera showing did Franco Harris really catch that ball and score that touchdown that won that game. Because all the old heads back then said he never caught the ball hit the ground. They didn't have the technology. I'm not showing. I'm not saying, but Sean Payton is a bully because he's throwing ever since he's been in Denver. He's been he's been bullying and and not being accountable for what the things he does. That's what he don't get. I mean, I understand the situation with Russell Wilson. He had to put a stop with Russell Wilson having his own office and all this other stuff he had. I get that. It was the Bo Nix situation. He don't be accountable for nothing. He's trying to do all the switcheroo. He trying to talk about something different, get people's minds off something different, but not put everybody look at hey that horrible fourth down play when they was up 7-0. He did that horrible play because that was a bad play. You don't make that kind of play and design a play. That was horrible. So he's trying to divert attention from that and about talking, putting his quarterback Bo Nix under the gun. But Oscar, Bo Nix had operation on his ankle, high school and college, and Sean Payton said he did know if he would never draft him. Hmm. I think Bo Nix is an okay quarterback. I don't think he's going to win MVP no time soon in the league. He's okay. Drew Brees is the reason why Sean Payton exists in the NFL. I can agree with that. Now he did change Drew Brees' way of throwing the football. Um, did I don't know. I don't know. It's debatable. It's they call him a genius. He told me this great quarterback, great coach. We always want to talk about great coaches. We get Harbaugh that status of great coach. Yes, Marcus, I agree. Jimbo, yes, sir. The Eagles play, hit Haywood Jeffrey so hard on a crossing route, he thought he was dead. Hmm. Let me explain, explain something to y'all. Y'all don't know what hitting is. Daryl Stingley, I think that's who it was for the Oakland. I don't know who it was. Was it Daryl Stingley? He hit. I think he hit a wide receiver in preseason. The Oakland cornerback hit him so hard in preseason, he paralyzed him on the field. He was paralyzed until this. I don't know. Let me look up Daryl Stingley. Let me look up Darryl Stingley. Darryl Stingley, the biggest hit. No, that's in there. Darryl Stingley. Okay, Darryl Stingley. Okay. It was 1978 when Darryl Stingley was paralyzed on the football field. Okay, let me look it up. Y'all want to talk about football? I'll let you. I'm about to let y'all know. Who hit Darryl Stingley? Free safety Jack Tatum. He was a hitter, and like that, he paralyzed Darryl Stingley on the football field. He paralyzed. So they don't play football like that no more. He paralyzed him in a preseason game. This ain't the regular season game. Wasn't a postseason game. It was preseason. So Jack Tatum nickname, which I forgot his nickname was this. They used to call his nickname was the assassin. If he went across that middle, he gonna knock your head off. Marcus called Mo. He don't need no Google after. I just forgot about it after man. Tatum faced intense scrutiny for the rest of his life, though that he maintained he was simply playing football and doing his job. So what happened? I remember that too. When Jack Tatum hit him, people was upset. People felt like, hey man, why are you going all out in a preseason game and going that hard and hitting him that hard in the game? So Darryl Stingley, he did say, hey, I was just doing my job. But he's still paralyzed. But Darryl Stingley's still paralyzed though, from the waist down. He's in a wheelchair. If he's still alive. Yeah, I agree with that. That's what some of the players said at that time. Said he did not catch that ball, Vinny. John Madden and some of our best announcers all the time. It will never be touched. So hard hitting. That's why I get mad at NFL because they made VHS tapes back in the day to put in your VCR called the hardest hits in the NFL. The NFL made crazy money off those tapes. They used to show those same tapes on TV. They had a whole thing. They would actually show them doing the Super Bowl the day before Super Bowl, during the week of the Super Bowl. Hardest hits in the NFL. That's what they used to show. Now we got this pussy ass football, soft ass players, soft ass owners. Don't give firing coaches, don't give them an opportunity to develop the talent and put their system in place. Give them 1 year, maybe 2 years. So that's what it is. Now I have said, hey, I wanted the head coach of the Washington football team fired. No, because I don't believe in player coaches. I never liked it. When he was doing all that, I was like happy that we was winning, but I didn't like the idea of a player coach. I don't want to play a coach of my team. I really don't. Jimbo, Momo, you know what's a shame? NFL still glorifies those days of hitting area or football. It stopped in like 2000. Like when the NFL went after the New Orleans Saints for bounty, because they love to do bounty gate. Bounty gate started this so-called gate they keep bringing up. Every time there's a controversy in the NFL, they love to put the word gate. It started in Contra and politics with controversy of war, this, that, and weapons or whatever. Stop putting gate. Bounty gate was not even a gate. It wasn't a controversy. They was putting bounties on players. They was putting bounty on players back in the day. And actually, they still do. We just don't hear about it because it's hush-hush. When the NFL, when ESPN, I say this, when ESPN had that TV show about NFL, they had the TV show was real popular, and it had about the NFL. It had these actors acting like football players, and like it was really good. The show was really good. They had an episode about bounties, players putting bounties on other players, and NFL, because ESPN was a partner of the NFL, and ESPN took that shit off so fast you couldn't make your head spin. Because you also got to realize players, they might not have it anymore, but there's a kid that goes along within the defense. Say, hey, if you put him out, you get this pot of money we got here. Yeah, Sean Taylor, that person there he could have been one of the greatest safety / DB in the history of the game. Sean Taylor not only had crazy ass speed, he can cover, he can hit. Could he be in NFL today? He would have to tone down his hitting, but he can cover anybody out. Anybody. He could have been. He could have been a shutdown corner because he know leverage, angles, and speed. He was not only a safety, they had him in cornerback because he didn't need to play safety. He can cover. He was, if you ever see him in person, he was a beast of a football player. Those broad shoulders, and he can run like a damn deer. Wide receivers, tight ends, or even running backs, even a quarterback scrambling was scared. If he hits you, I'm gonna have a concussion. I'm gonna break, or he gonna break a bone or twist a ligament. He was that damn good. Oh yeah. I mean, here's a question. I'm glad somebody mentioned this. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So Eli Manning didn't make the Hall of Fame, which I'm damn sure happy. Brett Favre, I believe, is in the Hall of Fame. Is Brett Favre a Hall of Famer? Because I know damn sure Eli is not a Hall of Famer. I know he beat Tom Brady twice in Super Bowl, but a Hall of Fame is based on your stats. It's about your body of work, what you've done in your career. So, Marcus, tell me what look, if you a Hall of Fame is about supposed to be the best of the best, not the very good of the very good. So, what look up his stats, and you tell me those numbers equal to Hall of Famer. Why is he a Hall of Famer, Philly D? So y'all so blinded, but y'all don't want to know the truth. Why is Eli Manning a Hall of Famer? I've been tooting this shit for years. Why is he a Hall of Famer? Look at his stats. I don't care how many Super Bowls he won. You got to look at his stats as a player. As a player, his touchdowns, his yards, his interceptions, his incompletes. If you look at his stats, he was one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFC East. He was one of the worst quarterbacks that ever played, that ever put on a Giants uniform. He is one of the worst. He led the league at least 5 years with interceptions. He led the league in turnovers. His turnover and completion ratio was horrible. The 2 years that they went to the Super Bowl, the defense rallied and they made it as a wild card and went to the Super Bowl. I don't even sure he won a division ever as a quarterback in the NFL. Did he lead his team to a division? They backdoored it in twice. The defense was that damn good. The first time they played Tom Brady, and it was 16 and they had 16 straight, and they beat him to stop the record. People didn't even know that Tom Brady was hurt in that game. He was injured. Tom Brady wasn't the same Tom Brady in that game. He was hurt. But they hit it. I'm not saying that, stats don't make a winner. So you agree with me with Tom Brady is not the greatest quarterback of all time. What you just said, stats don't make. Okay, then. I agree. Okay. 2007, the Giants went on a historic run as a wild card. They eventually won the Super Bowl with Eli Manning as the MVP. He was not the MVP that year. He was not. See, here's the problem with y'all Nimrods. Not to call you Nimrod, Marcus. I respect you. Here's the problem with naming quarterbacks MVPs. He was not the MVP of that game. The MVP was that damn defense shutting Tom Brady down. That was the MVP. They see y'all on GTP. Oh, y'all go game time, Brian? What time? Okay. What time he's doing it? Tom Brady owns the almost every record as a coach. Y'all keep saying it like I'm supposed to believe it. Tom Brady was very good, but he ain't the greatest of all time. He's greatest player in this generation because of the rules. The rules makes the man. There's this Eli 2-time Super Bowl MVP shit. It was all about what? The defense won those Super Bowls, period. So y'all can sit here, and Mouse, you can talk that talk too, because I can tell you this. If you I can tell you this. If you walking straight, you good. If you walking crooked, you not. Tom Brady was a crooked passer that won games because of the crooked rules they put in place that you couldn't touch players, touch quarterbacks, touch wide receivers. So I'm just telling you, he's not the greatest of all time. And Eli Manning won MVPs because of the defense. They always give the quarterback the MVP. They always do. Unless the wide receiver have a crazy game or the running back runs wild, the quarterback, no matter how bad he is, or how mediocre he is, and he could just be above average or above water, they always give the MVP to the quarterback. So y'all can talk the talk, walk that walk, but I'm walking away from that bullshit because I would never believe that. Well, dude, he was the reason, the biggest reason why. Okay. What I am telling you, that Eli Manning was never the MVP in those 2 Super Bowl wins. It was always the defense. The defense kept him in the game. Remember, New England was averaging a crazy amount of points a game. That defense was elite. They had a crazy front four, crazy linebackers, and a crazy secondary. Eli benefit from the defense. So stop praising Eli Manning and Tom and Brady, because y'all gonna go down. Okay, so let me ask you a question, you Mouse, and everybody in here. In that snowy game in New England against the Oakland Raiders, was that a fumble? Was that a fumble? I'll wait. Okay then, Mouse. Tom Brady at a 30 for 30, he tried to talk to Woodson in that 30 for 30 and act like it wasn't a fumble. That because what happened is that it took a long time for that. It took Brady had nothing to do with that. That was the NFL. NFL hated Al Davis. They were trying to. They took them a long time making a decision. See, was it a fumble? Because the NFL had beef with Al Davis. They went and found a rule that didn't make no sense. That was called the Tuck rule. The Tuck rule had nothing to do with the fumble. The Tuck rule was the way for the NFL not giving that ball, and possibly for Oakland Raiders to win to go to the Super Bowl. The NFL did that because Al Davis didn't give a shit about NFL. He was an owner. He defied the NFL. That's why it had nothing to do with Brady. It had more to do with Al Davis. Why is Eli a Hall of Famer? Have y'all seen this motherfucker stats? He will never be. Why you think he get in the second time around? They look at his stats. He led the league. I'm asking a question. Okay, if Eli is so great, why he never won a division? Did he ever win a division? I'm not sure he won any divisions as a quarterback of the New York Giants. They backdoored their way in twice and won the Super Bowl with a great defense. That's how they won. Oh my God. Boy, if somebody's riding a slow bus today. I can give you express pass, Vinny. You want express pass? You can stop running so you get on a better bus. It'll get that express bus will get you a little faster because you're a little slow right now. I did check out, dude. I always check. I had this argument with Jesse. I know his stats. He led the league. He had a lot of touchdowns. I give you, he had a lot of touchdowns, but he led the league in interceptions. Number one in the division. If he wanted a division as the quarterback of the New York Giants, probably 1 or 2. In his career, he has been putrid. He has been horrible. He will never be a Hall of Fame, and nobody don't consider him a Hall of Famer. Nothing but people who don't understand that football Hall of Fame is for your body of work. Your body of work does include other things than winning 2 Super Bowls. It's how many touchdowns you get, how many interceptions you get, how many complete passes you get, how many wins you had during your career as a player on your team. If you look at his stats, the Giants didn't win a lot of games. So while y'all sitting here talking, Momo, is Brett Favre a Hall of Fame? I think Brett Favre. Well, I think Brett Favre walked his way to a Hall of Fame, meaning that he backdoored his way to a Hall of Fame because Brett Favre. He was a gambler of a quarterback. He do double and triple coverage, and he walked his way in. People love Brett. The announcers love him. Madden loved him. Pat Summerall, everybody loved him. Is he a Hall of Famer? I don't know. I'm up in the air with Brett Favre. I don't know. The quarterback, that's the problem. I'm going to ask you a question, Philly D. Is a quarterback the leader of your football team? Is the quarterback the leader of your football team, Philly D? I'm just asking. Because I'm making a point here. I'm not silent about nothing. I don't know about Brett Favre. I say that's debatable. Is the quarterback also you saying the quarterback is the leader of your football team? No, he's not. All quarterbacks is not the leader of your football team because of course some quarterbacks no, he shouldn't. Because some quarterbacks can't be the leader of your football team because sometimes your defensive players are your leader of your football team because they lead by example and they are the team. They pump you up, they lead because all quarterbacks ain't good. All quarterbacks are going to lead. You know, I mean, you know that. Shoot, was Romo the leader of your football team? No, he wasn't. You had somebody on that defense who was better. For Dak Prescott, was Dak Prescott, for the most part, when Michael Parsons go there, was he the leader of your football team? Michael Parsons was the leader of that football team. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's debatable. I'm not saying he's not a Hall of Famer. I said he didn't throw in tight windows. He threw more in the pick sixes and more interceptions than anything else. I said he's in the Hall, and I can't argue that because people loved him, and because once you get the vote aside and you love him and you think he's fantastic, he's this, he's that, so he's gonna get in. All I'm saying, is he a Hall of Fame in my eyes? I would say yeah, based on that. Okay, D-Law was the leader of the football team. Dak Prescott wasn't. Marcus. Okay, I agree with you there. All quarterbacks are not the leader of your football team, and they shouldn't be. Just because you throw the ball or hike the ball doesn't make you the leader of a football team. Football leadership is done in the locker room. You make people better and be better and lead by example. You are the straw that never breaks. You are the straw that never breaks. You're in adversity, you rally the troops. We could do this like that. They lead by example on and off the field. The coach, the leader of your football team is another head coach on the field. He gonna put you in position and tell you what you need to do, and he gonna lead by example and be the best player on that field. So Dak Prescott at one point wasn't the leader of the football team. Eli Manning was never the leader of the football team. Let me go down the line to quarterbacks that wasn't the leader. The quarterback that won Super Bowls, who wasn't the leader of their football team. When the Baltimore Ravens had Ray Lewis and all that great defense, and I forgot the name of the quarterback, and he wasn't that very good. He wasn't leader of the football team. Brad Johnson, when he won the Super Bowl, he wasn't the leader of the football team. Want me to keep going? I can. Yes, I agree. Dak is the leader now. He learned. I agree with you. He's the leader now. Quarterbacks, we give quarterbacks too much credit because it's Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning, yes, he was the leader of that football team. Everything went through Peyton Manning. On and off, his professionalism, his press conference, how he approached the game, how he talked to his players or respect, and how he made players better than they ever could be. Not every quarterback, because they want every quarterback to be the leader of your football team. They're not. Well, no quarterback, because you should earn your stripes. Just because you hike the ball, you're not a leader of your football team. Sometimes there's running backs who are the leader of your football team. Elway was a leader of the football team. Was Brady the leader of his football team? On his offense, early on, offensively, I don't know if he was the leader of the football team. I think Terry Bruschi and some number of defense early on was the leader of the New England Patriots at that time. When Brady got older, he became the leader of the football team. Early on, he was not the leader of that football team. Aikman was the leader of that football team. And Michael Irvin was the co-leader of that football team. They both went hand in hand. If you fuck with Aikman didn't take no shit in practice. And Irvin backed him up. If somebody got out of line with Aikman, Michael Irvin will step in. You ain't gonna talking no smack to Aikman because Aikman would jump back at you. And if Michael Irvin got wind of it, he'll jump on your ass. I'm not bashing the player. I'm saying that he was a co-pilot. He was the co-pilot, Chris. He was the co-pilot. There was even 1 and 2. Yes, Aikman was a tough son of a bitch. He was a tough son of a bitch. Now, he was the leader of that football team. Aikman was a very accurate passer. I give him that. Aikman, if he didn't get those concussions, he would have won more Super Bowls. But Jerry put the stop to that. We all know that. But, Mahomes, I believe Mahomes and Kelsey go hand to hand. I believe Mahomes won, and then Kelsey too. Jim Kelly, probably I would say Jim Kelly, but I would say there was the contributing factor. Jim Kelly was the leader of the offense. Bruce Smith was the leader of that team. Bruce Smith was doing like that. We say Burt Jones. Burt Jones, oh my God, you going back to the 60s and 70s, boy. What? Well, he used to play with Burt Jones, used to play for the Baltimore Colts. Oh my God, that's funny. That's funny. Richard, now you're being ridiculous now, Vinny. Now you really being good. Grogan was a has-been. Are we talking about the same Grogans that played for the New England Patriots? That went to the Super Bowl and got demolished and was never heard from again? Come on now. I'm quite sure you did. But anyway, I'm about to sign out because I think Game Time is about to come on shortly, and I got something to say in there. Y'all be good. I appreciate y'all.